Okay, so this is everybody versus General Juhziz, the demo general compilation. So I have made this to be a can't build any units challenge where I'm not building anything from the command center, supply center, barracks, war factory, or airfield, or if I'm playing as GLA, the supply stash or arms dealer. Okay, so we're starting off as Air Force. We're starting nice and slow. This is just so I can give you a bit of a intro to the demo general and how I would open up in terms of, you know, power plants, supply centers, base defenses, etc. So a lot of what I'm doing is going to be some iteration of me getting power plants and then like 2 or 3 supply centers. If we're GLA, more supply stashes, because supply stashes generate workers, and so then we can gather resources, or if we're in GLA's case, we're getting more workers to spread the workload, so that way you've got one building base defenses, another building arms dealers, etc. So yeah, with Air Force, we're going to get 3 Chinooks on our side. That's going to be more than enough to get the resources on the go. I went for 1 Patriot as well, because his attacks are not the strongest. See, his attacks are going to comprise of 7 demo bikes, and that's going to happen like every 3 to 4 minutes. So going for strategy center here, I wanted to get the carpet bomb, and we're going to use that to deal with the arms dealers. So carpet bombing the arms dealers. Now here's the thing, because this version of demo general is broken, he's not actually going to rebuild his arms dealer. And like I said, his attack is going to comprise of 7 demo bikes every time. So just like that, you've cut down his production of the demo bikes. And not just the demo bikes too, it's also his defensive units if we destroyed any. So here comes the 7 demo bikes. 1 Patriot's not going to be enough, so I built another to be the bait there. And I did 1 more to be a bait. So I did lose 2 grand out of that one, but definitely worth it. And here's the next demo bike strike. I have 2 particle cannons, and I did lose the dozer. So I decided to play on, and I did carpet bomb the other arms deal and almost destroyed it. But yeah, even without the dozer, I can still beat him pretty easily. So we ended up using the particle strikes on the arms dealer and the scud storm, because I can get 1 particle to the scud storm from the arms dealer to the scud storm, and then the other one can finish off the scud storm. Command centers are, you know, 1 HP, so no big deal there. Now with the buildings, it's the barracks and the stinger sites that he will rebuild. Everything else he won't. So just like that, we're just picking off the other buildings, going very quick with the particle cannons, just doing 1 line each on the barracks. That's going to finish it off. I did an A10 on the supply stash as well, and that's it for Air Force General. Laser General next. As you can see, I got 3 laser turrets. That's going to be more than enough to deal with the 7 demo bikes. Now you can see there's a stinger site scaffold down at the south. Now reason why that's happened is because if you build a barracks, he'll build his own barracks plus stinger sites too. Good news is, you don't actually have to destroy that barracks in order to beat him. So it's sort of like general towns with the power plants. There are some power plants on the general towns map where you don't need to kill those. So I got some rangers down to the south. I tried capping the oil derricks, no luck there. I did get the barracks, but I'm going to sell that off for the extra cash. So he does send in quad cannons to defend the south and the minefield that's to the north as well. So going with the double A10 strike, I saw that he had a scud storm coming. I wanted to try and eliminate that before it fires. So we were able to pick off the worker, which stops the reparations of the scud storm. But yeah, I was too late. He did get some shots off with that scud storm. It didn't fire all the shots, but I am going to take some damage here. And I did do the prep work by getting some power plants on the go, that way we stay online. But yeah, as you can see, it didn't do a lot of damage.
Resuming supply chain, clocked in.
Yeah, particle cannon for the command center. We did get a couple more particle cannons as well. And A-10ing those quad cannons just in case we're going to need to use like Moabs and stuff like that later on.
Search and destroy.
And yeah, the supply drop zones are not good on this map. It's sort of like with General Ling's battle, where the drop zones don't put all the cash crates inside. So you got to use your units to try and collect whatever remaining cash crates are nearby. So going with the next particle cannon, going for barracks, going for palace, and the other barracks. Got to be quick here because we don't want Juhziz to start rebuilding those barracks, because then that's going to just delay me beating him as laser general. So yeah, just like that, we've beaten him as laser general. Okay, Alexander's next. As you can see, we got the 7 demo bikes that are on the way, and I've got 1 Patriot. See, this time around, I did something different. I ended up doing barrack scaffolds. Now, with the barrack scaffolds, they're going to take some of those hits from the demo bikes, and I wanted to try and keep my other buildings intact. I could have built more barrack scaffolds. That definitely would have been an option here. I was trying to also conserve cash so then I could afford another particle cannon. But yeah, as you can see, there's still 4 more bikes. So we're still going to take some damage here. So yeah, my strategy center was set to bombardment, so I was able to pick off the second last bike there, and we did take 1 hit on the war factory. Now, I did the same trick, barrack scaffolds. Unfortunately, he attacked from the far right, which is something he wouldn't normally do. And yeah, that did shut me down, but it is a minor inconvenience for me, because we're just going to get the power back online. His Scudstorm won't fire before what I've got. So yeah, going for particle cannon, arms dealer first. That's going to wipe it out. He's not going to rebuild it, as I said before. Killing off the worker too, so no reparations on Scudstorm, and then we can finish it off with the other particle cannon when it comes. And yeah, it was cutting it close. That Scudstorm was nearly ready to go. So I learnt my lesson, and I decided to build a boatload more scaffolds. Building another particle cannon. We were pretty much decked out on particle cannons. I didn't really need any more by this point. It was just me spending money for the sake of spending money. But yeah, this time he hit me at my weak spot, which was the south. And once again, minor inconvenience, he did shut me down one more time. Again, no big deal. It's just going to delay the inevitable. And he doesn't have the Scudstorm either, so there's no threat of him using super weapons on me. Yep, wiping out the barracks, wiping out the other arms dealer, so no more demo bikes either. So that's all he can really do against you is Scudstorm, 7 demo bikes. That's it. That's all he's got. And also, if you haven't noticed already, things do look a little bit on the bright side when it comes to the menu. That is me doing editing, because the map for this battle is super, super dark. And I was like, yeah, I kind of want to brighten this up a bit so then you can actually see what's going on. If you have a look at my Tower versus Faye battle, that's something I didn't edit. So you could get a good idea from that if you wanted to check out that video. Yeah, just using our last 2 particles, going for the barracks, doesn't matter if there's a worker nearby, he's not going to get the scaffold off in time, and that's going to be it. Now, moving on to GLA, we're going to go with Toxin General first. Now, I thought what I had with the Palace, the tunnel networks, I thought that was going to be enough to defend against the demo bikes. I was trying to go for a quick Scudstorm so then I could get my one off first before him. Now, going for the next demo bike strike, I do have the fortified structures upgrade, so I was able to survive this time round. Now, Scudstorm on his Scudstorm. Now, Toxin Scudstorms are capable of destroying command centers and super weapons. It's just in this case, it's only going to turn the Scudstorm into a GLA hull, so it's just going to delay his Scudstorm from firing again. Now, I dropped in some rebels to capture the command center, and I was going to try and destroy the worker before he finishes the new Scudstorm too. But yeah, he did finish the Scudstorm. I've got a palace that needs some reparations, and here comes the next demo bike strike. This time around, we've got the Gamma, Anthrax Gamma upgrade, so we're able to handle those very easily, and we do have a Stinger sight next to it as well. So, Scudstorm, this time we're going to go arms dealers, eliminate the demo bikes out of the equation. No more command center as well, which is great.
Oops. You're cutting my men down before they place their demolitions. That doesn't seem right, does it, General?
Yep. Now, with the next Scudstorm, I went for base defenses. So the reason why I'm aiming for base defenses was because I was planning on capturing the Scudstorm and then using it when it was ready. And I figured, well, he's not got any arms dealers left, so he's surely got nothing left to defend with his units. So let's just do a rebel ambush and capture that Scudstorm. Now, we sent some of those rebels to take out the guys inside the Stinger site. That way there's less shots done on the Scudstorm when I finally do capture it. And the terrain on this map can get a little bit funky here. I tried, and yeah, it's because I had the low ground there. I wasn't able to take out the Stinger site right away, but I still have that one remaining rebel that can do the job. So we did capture the Scudstorm. It's just he still had a quad cannon remaining, which was able to get in the way. If I'd captured it a little bit later, I would have been able to get the shots off, but no big deal. We're just going to build more Scudstorms to make up for that. And yeah, I got a little bit greedy with that Scudstorm. I probably should have aimed it more at the supply stash. So I didn't destroy the stash outright, but we did turn it into a GLA hull, which delays the rebuild because of the toxins as well. And yeah, another Scudstorm. Again, me getting kind of greedy, trying to get as many buildings as I can.
We can now use our Scudstorm.
Yeah, and he's still got that supply stash to contend with. I should have done the rebel ambush much sooner. I could have delayed the rebuild on the supply stash. But having said that, I could have also let the supply stash get rebuilt so then I could capture it. That definitely would have been an option. But in the end, I didn't Scudstorm him to finish him off. I ended up building more tunnel networks at main base to generate new rocket troops, and then I just used those to finish off Demo General. Now, Prince Kassad, Stealth General. As you can see, we got 3 supply stashes right in front of the command center. We're just doing that for speed. We want to generate as many workers as possible here. The real supply stash is coming up now, right next to the resource pile, as it should be. Selling off those other 3 stashes, generate some extra cash. Quick Scudstorm on the go as well. And just like last time, we got a palace that got destroyed. Now, I should have learned my lesson from the Toxin general version of this, because the rocket troopers aren't as strong. I used the rocket troops to destroy his barracks, because I did build a barracks of my own, which triggers him to build barracks to the south and to the north. So I did a little bit of damage to him. Got extra defense with 2 Stinger sights, but yeah, it's very, very close. And we do have fortified structures as well. So Scudstorm number 1. I didn't have a good idea. Like, I had a good idea of where the arms dealers were. It's not my best targeting, but it's still enough to destroy both of those arms dealers. Now, I only had the one Scudstorm, and I couldn't destroy his Scudstorm with my Scudstorm because Stealth General Scudstorm is weaker than the Toxin General's Scudstorm. A lot of Scudstorms in that sentence. So with that, we're going to take the hit here. I did lose most of my rebels in that rebel ambush because I was trying to capture stuff, but some were detected by the stinger sights. I got off very easy. I got my workers out of the way, and I only lost to Black Market and Supply Stash, and the other one did get hulled, but it didn't get destroyed outright. So, going for the capture on the command center now. I used my Scudstorm because I wanted to use the toxins to destroy the quad cannons. And yeah, we got one by the initial blast. The other one survived it. So now I just gotta wait on the quad cannon to go inside the toxins to destroy himself. So this time round, got the cap off on the command center. We're gonna capture the Scudstorm with a second to spare, and then we're able to fire it. And Demo General Scudstorms are more powerful, but no toxins. That's the only difference. But we don't need the toxins. We just need to destroy the buildings so he doesn't rebuild. And we got the command center, so he can't build any more workers as well. So whatever workers he's still got on the field, that's all he's got to work with. Now, he does have workers in the middle of the map. He just doesn't use those to rebuild. So you don't have to worry about those. And with the rebel ambushes, we're just trying to pick off the remaining workers and pick off the other buildings. We're pretty much set to win. I can't capture a palace, so I've got to use some rebels to destroy the palace itself. Beautiful. And yeah, just for good measure, we're Anthrax bombing the defending units. So now to really finish him off, we're going to capture 2 barracks, and then that's going to mean he's going to have the 2 barracks off to the right, and we've got 2 Scudstorms that are going to be nearly ready to go. Use that, finish him off, done deal.
We can now use our Scudstorm. Launching Scudstorm.
Do you fear my next attack, General?
General, our land is being attacked now. The higher order shall reign.
Okay, now onto the Chinese generals. So the Chinese generals are the ones that I had the most difficulty with, just because of the super weapons. Now, super weapons, you got a nuclear missile, which is a 6-minute timer. Now, I ended up building a Gatling cannon near the mines so then I could generate more EXP. I nearly lost my dozer because of what I was doing. So like I was saying before, he sends out quad cannons if you go near his minefield or the south side. I did take a hit from the Scudstorm, so I lost my defense. Did a nuke and artillery combo because we did generate points from the mines, and we can take out that Scudstorm. And yeah, really was having trouble. I lost my command center as well. I had nothing left to defend. And we also lost the reactor too. So I gotta build up a new command center and try and pull it back. Nuking the arms dealer so then I can generate more points, and then I can carpet bomb and do that little 1-2 attack to wipe out the arms dealers. And yeah, if we'd gotten both of them, I would have been very happy, but just getting the one that turned into a GLA hole is just fine, because it didn't even get all of his shots off.
Fair. Now go step on some traps.
And next up, next demo bike strike. I knew it was coming this time. I decided to do speaker tower scaffolds to bait some of it out. I don't think this was the right move. I think I could have been able to tank the hits with the supply center and the reactor nearby, because I don't think the remaining bikes would have been able to take out the nuke. I think I could have saved myself some cash there. But yeah, no big deal. I used the carpet bomb first to reveal the map, then nuclear missile to do the damage. I was trying to go for that rank 5. See, with rank 5 you can get level 3 artillery. Now this is my stupidest move yet. I ended up building a bunker. I should have built a Gatling cannon. And I was trying to clear the mines so then I could collect resources that were off to the right. Whereas I should have just waited for rank 5, where I could have gotten the minigunners and also built a barracks to get the capture upgrade, and there's an oil derrick that was a little off to my left. Had I just done that, I would have been able to build more nuclear missiles. So with no dozer, I got to settle for 3 nukes. So going in with the minigunner strike, because I can't capture any buildings, capture any oil derricks now. So clearing the base defenses, softened it up with the carpet bomb. We just were trying to get a foothold inside the base so then we can use the minigunners to finish him off. The nuclear missile was on the supply center because we're going to send the minigunners there to pick off that area next once the radiation clears. And yeah, I was so focused on trying to move the minigunners around without getting hit that I used the artillery strike on the Stinger sites.
Immediately.
So did a bit more damage there. Gonna clear up that GLA hole. We're gonna capture one of his barracks because the minigunners are gonna keep taking hits from those Stinger sites, and I need to be able to heal up the minigunners that are not Vet 3 or Vet 2. So nuclear missile command center, need to soften that up. Radiation's going to slow down the worker production. With Demo General, if he's got both supply stash and command center, he will build the workers from the command center only. If he's got just a supply stash, then he'll build the workers from the supply stash. It is a little bit weird, but that's just his pattern. So next minigunner strike, trying to take out the defending units as well, just so there's less resistance when I move in on the barracks that are off to the right. And yeah, utilizing that barracks that we captured so then we can keep the minigunners safe from attack. So this is one of those battles where you actually get to see a little bit of action and not just super weapon spam.
Our nuclear missile is ready, General.
Immediately.
We have
And yeah, again, me just being focused on moving the minigunners around efficiently, we nuked the base defenses.
I wouldn't recommend an assault from there.
Yes, sir.
But you cannot avoid my
Yep,
demo.
artillery on the command center, that's going to finish it off, and then we're just trying to pick off the remaining workers so then there's no more rebuilding for Demo General. And he's got a few barracks left, we're just trying to pick it off as quickly as we can. We don't want him to use any remaining workers to rebuild.
our nuclear missile.
Now with GLA Generals, you don't have to destroy the buildings outright, you just have to turn them into GLA holes to win. Now fortunately for me, the nuke turned it into a hole, then the demo traps finished off the hole. And we're able to win. I had a minigunner at the barracks, I didn't see that there, so that's why we're running the minigunners to finish him off. And that's Infantry General done.
Death strike will avenge me.
We are victorious.
Okay, next one, we've got Tank General. So this is another one that I had a little bit of trouble with. And using bunkers this time to act as bait for those demo bike strikes. So bunkers cost $400 a piece, so I was kind of happy with that. I got 2 nukes now, and unfortunately my second nuke is going to come after his Scud Storm, so we're going to take a hit here. And since I knew I was taking a hit, I went for arms dealers because I knew that would generate more EXP for the promotion. Not enough for rank 3 because I never built Gatling cannons to clear the mines this time as Tank General. And we're about to get hit by the Scud Storm. preemptively building a command center because I was expecting it to go for the command center, like because there was a lot of stuff there.
Missile is ready, General.
And yeah, I did lose a few buildings, reactors, supply center. I think I lost my prop center as well. And yeah, same reason, next nuke, EXP. Then we get that level 3 artillery strike. Now with Tank General, you don't have access to Carper Bomb until rank 5. So here's what I did instead. I ended up using the artillery on all 3 of those GLA holes, and then I destroyed all of them. He will rebuild the barracks, but he won't rebuild the arms dealers, so no more demo bike strikes. Now with just the Scud Storm, that's only going to come every 5 minutes. And that's more than enough time for me to rebuild and recover from those attacks. I did something weird though here. I should have used the nuke on the Scud Storm, but I ended up, my brain was thinking, well, let's soften these up and then we can use the artillery to finish off both of those buildings. I didn't need to do that. I should have aimed the nuke at the Scud Storm. Again, I can take the hit. I can recover from it. It's just, I don't think it was worth it because we ended up losing one of our nuclear missiles as a result. So we ended up firing a nuke to turn him into holes, and then we used the artillery strike to finish him off. Again, this was just very silly gameplay from my... I probably could have gotten away with using the artillery strike to finish him off, but in any case, he's got nothing left to attack me with. So we're just going to rebuild and then recover. Now my next stupid move was I should have waited on all 4 nukes to be ready. I could have finished him off by this point if I'd just done that. So rank 5, Carper Bomb, and going for Tank Drop 3. So Tank Drop 3 is 4 tanks. And yeah, my brain was thinking, okay, well, let's get the tanks in here and then we can do some damage to the buildings as well. So yeah, we're just really delaying the inevitable here, and for whatever reason, I decided, let's attack the barracks, which is my cover against the Stinger sites. It's like, why would I do that? Again, this is a long 3-hour gaming session, so I probably did get tired at one point. So I still got 1 tank left. Gonna use that to pick off the palace. We're not gonna take any hits from that. It's just a matter of waiting on those Carper bombs, waiting on those nuclear missiles to be ready, and then we can finish the job.
Unit lost.
And right now the problem is going to be that supply stash because it's still building more and more workers. So we gotta find a way to take that out. So yeah, artillery strike on the supply stash, that's a done deal there. That'll take out all the workers. There's still that 1 worker that tried to get away from my tank there, so that's going to be roughly half health. So barracks, and this was just unfortunate for me. I don't know the placement of the demo traps on this map. I'm not that familiar with the battle. And yeah, I lost my tanks there.
Demo traps are difficult to construct, General.
Nuke on barracks. Haven't launched the second one yet. I wanted to wait. So those 2 are GLA holes, and then I eventually decided to click, and then that nuke's going to finish off the barracks, and that will finish off Demo General as Tank General. So it could have done this a lot sooner. Alright, last one. Nuke General. This was probably the best Chinese battle that we had. I did something different. I ended up building the Gatling cannons down at the south, because I knew the demo bikes were going to come from the south. And I also got my war factory because I wanted to get that quick chain gun upgrade as well. So the first demo bike strike was without chain guns. This one is with chain guns, so that's why I didn't take so much damage from the second one. Now going for internet center, so then we can use that to reveal the map. Now Nuke General's got access to the cache hack upgrade. So we want to use the internet center, reveal the map, and then hack the supply stash. So here we are going to take a Scud Storm. I was expecting it to hit the War Factory and Gatling cannons. Oddly enough, no, he hit my prop center and my Gatling cannons. So it is normally a cash value Scud Storm, but I
Nuclear
got off pretty
missile
easy
ready,
there.
General.
So gone for the nuke. I aimed it I veered off a little bit. I was trying to use the radiation to take out a vehicle or two, just to delay the demo bike strikes. Not sure why, didn't really need to. But yeah, with that we can use our artillery. I was a bit hesitant here. I was like, should I use it on the arms dealer? I was like, well, the Scud Storm. Again, this isn't in order, by the way. This is just me doing USA, GLA, Chinese generals. So I think Nuke General was probably one of the first Chinese generals I did. So yeah, artillery on the Scud Storm, that finished it off. Nuke on the arms dealers, that's going to do some damage, and then same thing, carpet bomb, 1 to attack, same deal as the others. And yeah, since he had a boatload of quads, I didn't get a lot of shots off, but because it's a nuke carpet bomb, it's going to do more damage compared to a normal carpet bomb, so we're able to still take out the arms dealer. And yeah, this I couldn't resist. There was so many units that I decided I want to see some units flying around. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
Have I said too much?
Ready, General.
So the internet center kicked in. I was able to get the hack off on the supply stash, and I've got 6 nuclear missiles that I can play with. So that's the cool thing about Nuke General, is the cache hack will keep you in play, because the resources that I want to gather are being blocked off by demo traps, so I can't take that risk.
Your base has been targeted.
And I sold off the Gatling cannons because he's no longer going to build demo bikes. I destroyed the arms dealer by this point. So I ended up doing the smart thing, and I waited on the nuclear missiles to be ready, so then we can blitz him and just beat him right away. And that is how I beat General Juhziz without building any units with everyone. Now if you enjoyed this one, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to see more, I do have a playlist where you can see more challenges much harder than this one. I'll see you next time.
You were lucky this time, General. You could never beat me again.